Hello.
Well, it happened.
Sorry. I was not aware that we were coming out. And then the teleprompter, it just is.
Yeah. We had some snow overnight, and we are looking more into the forecast later today.
Yeah, Mark and Marty are joining us now on the first morning where we've had some significant snow, any snow. And, it is messy and causing some problems out there for people who are hitting the road, going off to work or school.
Yeah. Absolutely. We've got a major crash happening right now. I think we're going to pull up some video for you to see on your screen. Is that correct? Here we go. Yes, this is this crash in Brighton. We're told it's a multi-vehicle crash. No word on how many vehicles are involved. No official word, that is, from law enforcement. But you can see what a scene this has really caused and what a mess this is making for drivers out there on 390 in Brighton.
Yeah, this is a live picture here that you are looking at right now. Significant number of cars involved, just like you said, Dan. And, we are working to get some more information. Expect significant delays, though, as you head out the door. We talked about it all morning long. Give the other cars around you plenty of room. It's been a while since we've had to drive in conditions like this. So, a good reminder. Have the windshield wipers going, give your car time to warm up, and, just be a good citizen out on the road.
It doesn't help that the temperatures right now are sitting right around that freezing mark. We've got wet roads, snow that's not sticking to the roadway yet. So you're likely going to encounter at some point today out there some slick spots, right, fellas?
And I remember in this crash here, I think we had something very similar. It's probably 10, 15 years ago on that same stretch. That's northbound 390. There's that little bit of an S-turn where they rerouted that exit back quite a few years ago. But it looks like it's that little S-turn where it's all elevated. And it just goes to show those elevated surfaces this time of year. You get it down to, 29 degrees or so. And it's just enough to
always freeze first.
Yeah, take that
the elevated surfaces.
That away.
Yep. And I mean, a little bit of speculation there to say it probably was related to the weather on a morning like this, but we'll know more shortly, certainly. But anytime you get off ground surfaces, like if you went in your front lawn, the ground is still in the 40s. So some of that snow that's sitting on top of it is going to melt down. But on those surfaces, steel, concrete, asphalt, they're going to drop down with the air temperature pretty quickly.
Yeah. And, for people who maybe are living in our area for the first time and who are not used to this kind of snow, just because there's a little bit of it out there doesn't mean it's not going to have a significant impact.
Yeah, and you want to brush the car off. Visibility is a big thing, too. Lots of cars out on the road this morning. For people that have lived here for a long time, it's kind of get and go, and there was a lot of cars on the expressway this morning that had covered windows and windshields. It's a good reminder.
Well, and that is one of the things that is more infuriating than the rest, because you get behind somebody who's not cleaned off the roof of their car. Or you're trying to pass someone who clearly has not taken time to brush off their windows. Yeah. And they're out there driving on the road. You got to use your head.
Yeah.
In a lot of these cases.
And I think
if you think there might be ice, maybe we don't follow so close.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And I think a lot of people this time of year, they think, oh, where's that snow brush? It's that last day, that last minute thing. That's why I just leave mine in the vehicle.
In the trunk. Yep.
365.
And it had some sticking ability. I mean, there's a lot of moisture in that snow out there. So it's like sticking to all the trees. The tree branches are kind of weighed over on the trees that still have leaves. And we've got a picture. I don't know if we can take weather graphics here, but a photo from Chila, you see look at the landscape right there. And
wow, look at the tree there.
It is beautiful, and there's a maple there in the corner of the house, an ornamental maple that it's weighed down by a pretty good amount, and you can share your photos there. 13wham.com/chime in. We love to see your weather photos, a pics of your pups out there for our Muddy Paws forecast in the 9 o'clock hour. Always kind of a cool thing to see, and I guess it's right on time. Right? I mean, the first snow of the season, usually around November 4th, so I guess we shouldn't be too surprised out there.
Before you move on from this graphic, Mark, sure. Abby, what was your date? What was my date? I think I picked the 21st or the 23rd.
I cannot remember.
I was wrong.
I picked the 11th.
I was wrong, too. I picked later in November as well.
Yeah.
So
you picked the 11th?
I did. I thought tomorrow would be the day. Oh. Because of the lake effect tonight into tomorrow when we talked about this last.
You were closest, though, without going over. So
well, I mean, hopefully I would be the closest, right? Hey, check the snow forecast. There's a chance that we get another trace to an inch or two for most spots, but again, northeast of Rochester, that's one spot that we're going to watch for some maybe bonus lake effect later tonight into Wayne County.
Yeah, all right. Definitely something to be mindful of with that. And hey, download the 13 WHAM Weather Authority app, free download for Apple and Android devices. Get live radar and forecast updates.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys. We appreciate it.
Okay.
Hey, still ahead here on ARC Rochester, we're going behind the curtain. We'll tell you what's coming up in the next season for the Main Street Players.
Everyone, welcome back. A Rochester production company known for bringing a slice of Broadway to audiences is announcing its upcoming season.
Yeah, we're going behind the curtain of the Main Street Players this morning to see what's in store for next year, taking us into summer.
Yeah, we welcome owner and founder Terry Fike. Good morning. Thank you for coming in.
Good morning. Thank you for having me today. I appreciate it.
It's so exciting. Another season for you guys. Tell us what you're looking forward to. What can we expect for the year ahead?
We're super excited. We just finished Hadestown this last weekend, so it was a lot of fun. Upcoming in this next couple weeks is 2 productions of Peter Pan and Descendants, our performances, then going into our full production season again for the first of the year. One of the things that are happening before that is just next Friday, we start Annie Jr. at our sister studio in Steal Dance in Scottsville. So that will be starting this week. If you want to be in Annie Jr., time to sign up now. Also, we're going to Disney in a few months for our 5 Points Performance Company will be performing in Disney. Our company, our performance adult company, is performing at Rock Holiday, Genesee Country Museum. And we have 3 other productions starting in January, one being an original written by one of our creative directors and some students. It's the Regency era glamour scandal for high school and young adults, and it's going to be fun costumes and fun creativity with 3 different endings. Potentially the audience decides.
Very nice.
Yeah.
What other productions in January get underway?
We start Newsies Junior for our middle-aged, early high school, and then we have Frog and Toad for our little ones, and then again, it's called Duke's Folly is our teen young adult, and of course our summer season is coming very quickly behind it. So we're just moving through the year fast and furious, but we love every minute of it.
Are we looking ahead to the summer?
We are.
Oh.
We are doing for our community theater, just announcing it now. Big Fish for our adult, which we just love that show for high school and adult. Honk for our little ones. We have the production rights to the full production of Frozen now for our high school and college age, and also Dawn Before Dark, our dinosaur for our littlest ones. So we're busy. We're planning the fall of next year, but we'll wait on that.
What in the next 8 months are you? I mean, you just named some great shows. But what in the next 8 months are you most excited about?
Love Newsies. Love everything about Newsies. And then I'm really excited about Big Fish and Frozen because they're just, Frozen's not really been done that much. And of course, Duke's Folly, an original with our students getting motivated to write something and just the creativity in that. So, I mean, there's a lot to make me excited, make me get out of bed.
You know, one of the big things about the stage production of Frozen is that quick change, that costume change.
Love it.
How, are you already thinking ahead as to how you're going to execute that? I don't know if anyone at home is familiar with it. And forgive me, I don't know the characters' names, but the one who makes things cold.
Elsa. Poof.
Okay, there you go. Yeah. She transforms quickly.
Yes.
And it happens mid-song.
It does. We've done the junior production several times, so the same concept will work, and I probably shouldn't tell you how it
No,
goes.
don't spoil it.
But it happens just like that, and everybody goes, oh.
It's pretty magical.
It is, and that's the beauty of something like that. It's so magical, and to be able to do the full production for now, teens and adults can do it where they couldn't do it before. It was a junior show, so that's exciting. And we'll have, of course, a pit for our full productions. We always have a pit for that as well.
Very good. Terry, we're running low on time here, but just real quick, why is it so important to have those shows for the little kids, for the younger audiences, in your opinion? Absolutely.
Well, we find from the littlest ones are just kind of finding out, do I like this? Do I like am I afraid to try something? And they find that they can do it. We don't put limitations on them, and they don't put them on themselves if they don't. Just finishing Hadestown, our junior high and high school kids did a show that was a full production. They didn't know they couldn't do it, so they did it. And that's what I love. It just builds, and our adult community theater are teachers and adults in the area who don't want to stop, or they're teaching our children. So it's a generation of families that can work together, grow together, and just keep being stimulated by the arts and having an outlet for their enjoyment.
And such a creative outlet it is. Thank you so much for coming back in.
For
We really
having me.
appreciate it. For someone sitting at home, what's the website address they can go to if they want to learn more?
TFSDARTSMSP. Look up Terry Fike. It might be easier.
That might. It might. Well, we'll break down that acronym for you on foxrochester.com after the show this morning.
Thank you, Terry.
Thank you, Terry.
Time right now is 8:56. Stick around. We're back after this. o'clock on this Monday morning, November 10th. Thank you for joining us on Arc Rochester. I'm Abby Fridman.
And I'm Dan Schrack. Much more ahead this hour, but first we want to check in with Stephanie Joseph in the newsroom with the latest on some breaking news that we've been covering within the past hour.
Yeah, guys, we are continuing to follow a multi-car crash on 390 North at West Henrietta Road. Now, the exit 16 off-ramps remains closed until further notice as police investigate and crews work to remove the vehicles. Our news photographer counted at least 9 on scene. The Monroe County Sheriff's Office says reported injuries appear to be minor, and they are continuing to clear the road. Expect traffic delays, and please seek alternate routes and avoid this area. And we will, of course, have much more online at 13wham.com, our social media, and on 13wham News at midday. Guys?
All right, Steph, thank you very much. We appreciate it. And meteorologist Mark McLean is joining us once again. Obviously, just speculation here, but it would be an easy assumption to make that the weather out there might have something to do with this multi-car crash.
Yeah, it's an elevated ramp when you're going 390 North and getting off at that West Henrietta Road, and it's kind of curvy. I mean, the visibility might not have been great if it was snowing too. So we'll see. We'll get the details on that. Talking about an anniversary today in weather too, a sad anniversary, another weather-related story for sure. The Edmund Fitzgerald. This is going back to the 1970s. Of course, everyone knows the song by Gordon Lightfoot, but this was the date, November 10th in 1975. So this is the 50th anniversary of that sad wreck. Unfortunately, the largest shipwreck ever on the Great Lakes, at least that we know of. Entire crew of 29 men perished. Some of the wave heights on Lake Superior that day got up to 35 miles per hour in that hurricane wind. It went down at about 7:10 in the evening.
35-foot waves.
Can you imagine that? So I actually went to SUNY Oswego, got my degree in meteorology there, and they had a pier there in the city. And being on the east end of the lake, if you had a very strong west wind, like 30 to 50 miles per hour, you could actually see waves up to 20 feet. Wow. On Lake Ontario. Lake Superior, much larger lake, much more surface area for that wind to go across. So on the east side especially, and southeast side, towards Whitefish Bay there, it's not uncommon to get waves in excess of 20 feet.
Well, that's what I was going to ask, too, the difference between Lake Superior and Lake Ontario when it comes to the kind of conditions that are out there. I mean, growing up in Buffalo, you hear all the time about how vicious Lake Erie can be. But you look at Lake Superior and the videos that come from over there, it's really shocking.
It is. It's a huge lake. It's one of the biggest freshwater lakes on planet Earth. And, you made the comparison to Lake Erie. Lake Erie is interesting, too. Lake Erie, you can get seiches on Lake Erie because it's so shallow. It's like when you jump in the bathtub, the water pushes from one side of the bathtub to the other, and then it sloshes back and forth. So with a southwest wind or a northeast wind, Lake Erie can actually go up and down, kind of like a pendulum, some 8-10 feet in some of the bigger seiches in the Buffalo Harbor. Yeah, some of the flooding in Buffalo Harbor happens because of that. So kind of interesting there. But back to the weather trivia. We're talking about snow, obviously, is our topic of the day today, and November snow in Rochester. What was the snowiest November that we've had on record? And our records go back to the early 1870s, so they go back a ways. There's your choices on the screen. Any thoughts on this? We've had some snowy Novembers, haven't we?
We have.
Yeah.
We absolutely have.
Yeah.
Thoughts on this? So, I'm thinking it's either C or D.
Okay.
Those are my two guesses. I just don't... 28 inches seems like a lot for November.
It's a lot of snow, and especially considering in November it usually comes down in chunks. It's not the daily grind of it that we see later in winter.
That's two really big storms.
Yeah.
I'm going to go C.
Okay, C.
Yep, that's my guess. Oh,
there you go.
Look at that.
There you go. Hey, in the mid-1990s, we actually had 3 straight Novembers with more than 21 inches of snow. 95, 96, and 97.
Wow.
All had more than 21 inches of snow in 3 straight years. I can remember that very well as well, being up at Oswego. But last year, no snow. 0.
In all of November.
There it is. 2019, you might remember, we had almost a 1.5 foot of snow. So it's just kind of all over the place.
I do remember that.
For this time of the year. Muddy Paws. Oh, look at that cutie.
Look at this.
Still getting some Halloween pictures, but I think we'll have a snow picture tomorrow.
Wait.
What's that, cutie?
Janice is today's cat of the day.
Oh, cat. Sorry, dog. Clearly a dog.
Okay,
I
was
just forgot to
gonna say-
update that from Friday. Fake news, right?
Oh,
Towel time.
goodness.
Next couple of days. Wednesday, Thursday, still some wet paws, and finally drying out a little bit by Friday.
Mark,
Yeah.
people really love your Muddy Paws forecast
Yeah.
so much. Somebody on Friday,
Yeah.
and I'm going to try and pull this up as I speak, messaged me, and it was Friday evening.
Okay.
I can't find it right now. Friday evening, it was whomever's pet we had Friday, and this person was watching Arc Rochester as they worked out at home.
Oh, I got
Friday
the same
night.
one.
Oh,
yeah.
you did?
Yeah, like I think it's wonderful that someone would DVR us to watch us to work out later on.
You never know what's walking through that door. I say it every day on this show.
This is true. This is true. But I think what really got them in was the fact that their animal was.
Yeah, that's fun. It's fun.
It is.
And people have so many pets too. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
this can just go on and on and on. And I mean, they're
No shortage there.
they're in sweaters. Indy's in a Halloween, not a fall-like pumpkin kind of sweater
Oh, well,
today.
we got to change that up.
I know.
We're-
Well,
it's
Kim, you know.
officially
Yeah.
reindeer season.
It is. It is. We'll put her in that costume
Okay.
next. Okay. I tasked my wife with that deal. Current weather alerts. We've got lake effect, not warnings. They have warnings south of Buffalo. That's where some of the heavier snow is going to be. But east of Rochester, I think it's going to be a sneaky little snow tonight. Webster, Rondecoit, you're up towards Ontario, Williamson. You might need the shovel tomorrow morning. We're starting to see some of that snow fill in on ultimate Doppler radar right now from the west of Rochester. The key to this is during the daytime in November, it's harder for the snow to accumulate. At night, it's easier for the snow without the sunlight, without the light for the snow to accumulate. Also colder at night typically than it is during the day. But some areas back to the west, look at Lake Michigan, some heavy snow for Chicago. We've got a little trough of low pressure overhead, and that's what's kind of firing up some of this snow on the future cast. So as we move through time, watch that band up towards Webster, up towards Lake Ontario. It just kind of hovers in the same spot for 6-8 hours tonight. And if that's the case, then we will see a pretty decent snow accumulation for some spots up there. And when I say that, and you see this number, keep in mind that not all of this number is going to stick to the ground, okay? Some of this is going to melt. It's November. You see 5 inches in Webster on an elevated surface like a picnic table, like your car windshield. Yeah, it could be that amount, but on your driveway and your lawn, likely lesser amounts than what you're seeing on the screen here. So don't get too concerned. But again, it's that time of the year that we have to be cognizant that it's going to take extra time to get on the road. The roads may be a little slower than normal thanks to the snow. Low 30s today. We'll be in the upper 20s tonight with that lake effect. A trace to 2 inches for most of us. Could be an additional 2 to 4 inches northeast of Rochester. On the extended forecast, we'll start to move away from the idea of snow by midweek. By Wednesday, Thursday, just some showers around. But, overall, a very cold week relative to normal. Our normal is still in the 50s. You're seeing high temperatures actually in the 30s. And some spots to the south of Rochester may not get out of the 20s today. That's cold for this time of the year.
Listen,
is.
it's cold.
Yeah.
It's cold. It's cold. You can feel it. I think I mentioned to you earlier, or I mentioned to somebody. I went shopping this morning online and got the working hand stuff.
Yeah.
Because you dry out
bad.
so quickly.
So bad.
Oh, I
So
hate
bad.
it.
Yeah, the dry skin season is definitely here.
It just, you think about July
Yeah.
and how hot it was here and
Yep.
how we had no rain, right?
Yeah.
Next year, I'm gonna soak it all up.
It
Really,
changes.
I am.
It changes
I
so
know.
fast.
It
Like
does.
that.
Yep.
Like that.
We were in
All right.
shorts at the Apple Fest.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. We
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Yep.
Much more to get to this morning on Arc Rochester. When we come back, we're talking about preserving generational wealth.
Hey, and don't forget, you can take us on the go wherever you are. Arc Rochester streaming live right now on the 13 WHAM YouTube channel and foxrochester.com. Stick around. We're back on the other side of the break. 12 this Monday morning. The topic of money and finances can be stressful for a lot of people, and thinking about how to make your finances a legacy can be even more confusing. But the city of Rochester is working to help neighbors think ahead.
Yeah, that's right. This weekend, the Office of Financial Empowerment is hosting a Generational Wealth Summit. We get more from the director of the office, Angela Rollins, and senior housing counselor for the Housing Council at Pathstone, Melinda Thomas. Good morning to you both, and thank you for coming in.
Good morning.
Let's get right into it. Tell us a little bit about this Wealth Summit, the second annual. Break it down for us. What does it look like?
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll be hosting our second annual Wealth Summit this Saturday. We're really, really excited. We're going to have opportunities for folks who are interested in purchasing their first home to speak and learn from our housing counseling partners. We're also going to have financial counselors who might be able to talk to you about your budget, your savings goals. We'll have the comptroller's office there to talk about how to invest for your child's future. We're also going to have resources for existing homeowners related to estate planning and is a will the right, avenue for you to plan for your estate. We'll also have Lifespan on site to talk about how to prevent fraud. We actually know that a lot of our seniors lose substantial amounts of their retirement funds to fraud. So we're going to have experts there to talk about fraud prevention as well.
And forgive me, you might have said this in that list, but you were going quickly. For an individual, if they want to learn how to set themselves up for retirement, is that something they'll figure out there as well?
Yeah, so we'll have financial counselors available to really talk about, I think, the early phases of how to even start saving for that. And then we always recommend that you talk to a trusted financial advisor for a little bit more of the investment advice for retirement.
Got it.
And what role does Pathstone play in all of this?
Well, Pathstone, we're going to be there talking about what you need to know about home ownership. Home ownership is different for each person. So we have counselors like myself that can help you for free for our first-time homebuyer program. And we're there to kind of assess where you are in the journey, your personal journey, and give you any kind of advice that you would need in order to get yourself prepared to go to a lender to be able to purchase a home.
So I show up to your office, I make an appointment, I show up to your office. What information do you need to know? What do I need to be prepared with to make sure we have a productive conversation and you can help me on the road to home ownership?
Well, your financial information, bank statements, your W-2s, your tax returns, your pay stubs. We need to see how much money are you making, and then we have to assess your budget to see, does it fit? Our market is so much different than it was 5 years ago, so it's very important to know what your affordability is when it comes to the market.
Absolutely. And is that something people should bring with them to the summit? Should they come with a folder with all of their information, or is that something they go to the summit, they make an appointment, and then they go from there?
Well, we'll have our intake packet where they can figure that out, and then once they fill that out, then we can get them together with one of our housing counselors to be able to get more in depth about their information.
That's good. This is the second year of this initiative, is that correct?
Yep, and it's growing every year.
Yeah, so year one must have gone pretty well to bring it back and put the effort back in there. What were the thoughts from city residents last year after the event was over?
It was sort of mind-blowing, some of the comments we heard as people were leaving the event last year. I think one woman said, "I've been waiting my entire life for an event like this." And I think that really speaks to just, there are actually so many resources in Rochester to help you improve your financial situation. And there's just a lack of access to that information or not knowing how to access that information. And so what's really amazing about this is we're bringing all the experts into one room, so no matter your situation, you're going to find someone who can help you on your journey on site at this event. And so I think that's really, really meaningful.
And the financial situation for a lot of people right now is it doesn't look great. Times are tough for a lot of people. I'm sure that going to an event like this would give them a little peace of mind.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, the resources will be from helping you stabilize your financial situation. So maybe you're in a lot of debt or you're having a hard time making ends meet, and that's where our financial counseling team really comes into play. And then if you are kind of in that position where you want to be thinking about how to grow your financial situation, how to pass on wealth to your children eventually, we also have resources for you. Even if it's just right now, you just want to know what's possible, even if you're not ready to take those steps.
If someone is sitting at home thinking to themselves, this is exactly what I need, or like you said, I've been waiting my whole life for an event like this, do they need to register? Do they need tickets? What do they need to do before they show up?
Yep, so the event is completely free, but please do register at cityofrochester.gov/Wealth Summit. And you can find all the information there about our agenda, when we're going to be having experts speak, different workshops, and anyone you can speak to one-on-one as well.
Excellent. And if somebody's interested in learning more about Pathways and the offer, things offered there, what's a good way for them to get in touch with you?
It's very simple. It's just the Housing Council of Pathstone.org, and they can fill out the information underneath our first-time home buyer program section of the website.
Perfect. You make it easy, and we'll make sure to post both of those links for you on our website, foxrochester.com, after the show this morning. Thank you both so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Time right now is 9:18. When we come back, Stephanie Joseph will be here breaking down some of our top political headlines.
Yeah, Political Pulse coming your way on the other side of the break.
It's time for a political pulse check here on Arc Rochester. There's a new push in Albany to bar other states from deploying the National Guard across New York without permission from the governor. It comes after President Trump deployed troops from other states to D.C. and Memphis. He tried to do the same with California National Guardsmen in Portland, Oregon. Last week, a federal judge permanently blocked the deployment. She says it exceeded the president's authority, rejecting an argument that immigration-related protests equated to a rebellion. In the past, President Trump said crime is a major influence in the federalization of troops.
You have to have certain findings to be able to federalize the National Guard. You got to have a rebellion, an invasion, or you can't effectuate the laws of the United States. None of those things exist.
We send in what's ever necessary. People don't care. They don't want crime in their cities, and we're doing it, and we're doing it well. We're doing it like nobody's ever done it before.
And for more on the bill in Albany, I'm joined by State Senator Jeremy Cooney. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So I want to get in first to some of the nuances in the bill. Tell me why right now was an important time to make this distinction clear about the National Guard getting permission from the governor.
So this bill focuses on the decisions of governors from other states who may want to send their National Guard into New York. So this is not talking about the federalization power that the president has, but really focused on a governor saying, you know what, we live in Texas, we live in Louisiana or Kentucky. We're going to send our National Guard into a city in New York State like Rochester or New York City because we want to help and support President Trump. And we're not just making this up. There was actually a letter written by 26 Republican governors across the country who said, President Trump, if you tell us to send our National Guard into these blue states, we will do that. So this, in response, is saying we believe in strong state governments, in independence, in sovereignty. And so if a Republican governor wants to send a National Guards person into New York, all we're asking is for that there to be permission from the governor of the state of New York, the receiving state, to be able to say, you know what, we're good, we don't need you. Or in the cases of a national disaster or a weather-related event, yes, please come in, we welcome your help. So it just creates that check and balance that we see between states.
For sure. And I kind of want to point out some of the general sentiment in the community if they were to see a federal presence like this. I know not too long ago on Westminster Road, if I'm being correct, we had seen some Border Patrol on the streets and that had caused some uproar, some people upset. Was that kind of an idea here to prevent a similar situation if the National Guard were to be deployed?
It absolutely is. And I was there on Westminster to provide support and to make sure that things remained peaceful, but also to make sure that our community wasn't victimized. Look, we don't need strangers coming into New York telling us how to do our jobs and to protect our people. We've got police forces. We've got our own National Guard troops who are here in New York State, right? We believe in the system of law and governance in New York. What we are very afraid of is that these National Guards people from other states coming into New York will be on a bit of a witch hunt, right? Why are they coming? What is the unrest that they are looking to quell? This isn't a war zone. Rochester's not in a war zone. And we were there on Westminster. It was actually relatively peaceful. And so we want to make sure that we have that control and that independence, but based on, not just based on the political whims of whomever's in office.
For sure. And when it comes to the argument of some people maybe talking about crime, for example, with that perception there, what would be your response to someone saying there needs to be an intervention of some sort to quell crime?
Well, I don't think that we're at that point where we see that there is an out-of-control crime problem in Rochester. Crime is actually going down if you look at the data and you talk to our local law enforcement. Look, I've been meeting with the Rochester Police Department. I've been having conversations with the Monroe County Sheriff's Department. These are folks who are working very hard every day. Now, is there more work to be done? Of course there is. We have to do more. We want to make sure that people feel safe, whether they're in our inner cities or whether in our outer suburbs. But that doesn't mean that we need to bring in troops from another state to help supplement what we have in our own community. I think this whole idea that we need to nationalize forces and send people in wearing masks and who don't know our community, don't know the dynamics of our community, is really a slippery slope, because where does this go? Where does this end? We have enough problems around the world. We don't need to be having that civil unrest in our own country.
For sure. And just to give a status update on where things are with this bill, it's in the Rules Committee, is that correct?
That's correct. So the legislation was sponsored by my good friend and colleague out of Brooklyn, Senator Andrew Gennardes. And so he entered the legislation in the fall, which means it goes into the Senate Rules Committee. So it's held there until we reconvene in Albany in January. So in January, hopefully this, along with other legislation we take up, and we'll go through that whole committee process and run it through the process.
And I know specifically New York City has been called out by the Trump administration with that threat of federalization there, similar to what's going on in D.C. Has that been a concern that's been expressed by lawmakers, specifically co-sponsors of this bill?
Absolutely. We've heard this from the mayor-elect, Zohran Mamdani. We've heard this from the governor, Kathy Hochul. We have to begin to plan, because I believe that there will be a show of force come January 1. So the new mayor will take office, and as a way to show political retribution, as a way to show strength, I have no doubt that the president is looking for ways to send in troops to New York City to send a message, to send a signal. And again, if we were having a natural disaster like we had out on Long Island with Hurricane Sandy, we welcome that help. All this legislation is asking us for us to do is to just ask the sitting governor, Republican, Democrat, upstate, downstate, doesn't matter. Just ask permission before you come into our state.
And one final thing that I want to touch on is that there is another element to this with the state attorney general being able to take some sort of legal action stepping forward. Could you elaborate on that?
Yeah, that's correct. So that's the enforcement. So if a Republican governor from Louisiana was to send state troops, National Guards, into New York State, and without the permission of the governor, and this bill had passed, it would give the ability of the state attorney general, in our case, Letitia James, to be able to file a civil action to enjoin them, stop them from coming across state lines. So that's the mechanism for enforcement of the law.
Gotcha. And is there anything else that you want any constituents out there to know specifically about this bill?
Again, we value the service of the men and women who join the National Guard. We don't take that for granted. That is service, and we need them to continue to stay actively engaged in our nation's national security. But going into blue states, going into large urban areas without a mission, without any real purpose other than intimidation, fear, and political retribution, that's not the America that I know. That's not what was it designed to be. And so we're just looking to have a strong, independent New York so that all New Yorkers feel safe.
All right, State Senator Jeremy Cooney, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Of course. And when we come back, we continue the discussion with the Republican side as we hear from the State Senate Minority Leader. Welcome back. For today's Political Pulse, we continue looking at a new bill making its way through the state Senate. It would prevent other states from deploying their National Guard troops inside New York without the consent from the governor. For more on the Republican perspective, I am joined now by State Senate Minority Leader Rob Ortt. Good morning.
Good morning.
Really appreciate you being here. I first want to get your reaction to seeing this bill be something that's considered by senators.
No surprise. I mean, this is Democrats in Albany and out of New York City specifically, but across the state, have really made their platform sort of vis-a-vis President Trump. This goes back to his first term, whether it was immigration or this issue or any number of issues. They sort of define their policy agenda the last several years. You know, if President Trump says the sky's blue, they're going to say it's red, and vice versa. And so, not surprised that they are attempting to, try and score some political points. And you even heard my colleague, Senator Cooney, talk about Zohran Mamdani. Zohran Mamdani has a lot of allies in the state legislature. a lot of fellow travelers, and they're going to certainly do everything they can, I think, to defend his agenda. But the funny part about this is National Guard troops are already currently in prisons across New York, and I still believe they are in subways and in parts of New York City. So it can't be that the concern is, I heard my colleague talk about the lack of a mission or the purpose they're there. I think that ship has sort of sailed because we already have National Guard troops in places performing dubious or ambiguous missions as it is. So I don't think the opposition is to that. I think the opposition is to President Trump, and that's what this bill is really about.
And from my conversation with Senator Cooney, it kind of seemed like this was a preventative measure, seeing how things have played out in other states across the country. Is there a bit of a concern kind of seeing how things have played out on the national level that you have heard or seen?
No, so I haven't heard any concern. We have members from New York, Staten Island, and Brooklyn specifically. This actually seems not only preventative, but or a preventive measure, but it seems to be an unnecessary measure. There currently is a legal process which the state of California availed themselves of. This is working its way through the court. I believe just the other day, a federal court or a federal judge blocked the president from sending National Guard troops into Portland to deal with the ongoing protests against immigration enforcement. So the reality is, look, there is a mission. We've seen this in D.C., whether it's crime, whether it's the protests against our immigration officers, making their job either more difficult or certainly more dangerous. I think there is clearly a mission and an argument for the deployment of National Guard troops in certain cities, at least if the governors or the mayors of those cities are unwilling to cooperate or assist the federal government in its job. However, there is a legal process, again, that already exists. So if the president, if he deployed National Guard troops to New York City and federalized those troops, I was a member of the National Guard. The president, as commander-in-chief, has the ability to federalize and call to active duty the Army National Guard. To take that away or try to undermine that, I think is a grave mistake and a larger issue, certainly from my angle. But again, this hasn't happened at this juncture. And so if it were to happen, there is a legal process and a legal path that the state of New York could follow. And so to do this, I would argue is duplicative, probably unnecessary. And again, I think is more about sort of a show of political strength that we're standing up to President Trump as opposed to working with our federal officials and also using our National Guard more as a political pawn.
And if you could elaborate a little bit more on some of the standards that are in place should a situation like this arise right now in New York State. You're saying that it would be duplicative with this bill to have it be in place with those already. So what specifically are the standards?
Yeah, so you can already challenge if the president were to call. This has already played out in Oregon and in California. A judge has blocked deployment of National Guard troops to Los Angeles into Oregon. If the president were to federalize troops or try to send National Guard troops into New York, the same legal argument, I imagine, would be made by the state of New York. You don't need a specific bill that strengthens the hand, let's say, of Letitia James or Governor Hochul. What this is attempted to do is undermine the president's ability to use the National Guard in ways that we have for a long time, not to mention the fact that, again, it seems hypocritical that the same people supporting this bill, including Senator Cooney, have raised no concern about the National Guard in the New York City subways or the National Guard in our prisons, where they have been for almost the better part of a year. So it certainly can't be the use of the Army National Guard. This is just simply about thwarting, undermining, and blocking President Trump. That is not a new thing. That has been going on since he was elected in 2017, and I suspect, sadly, it will continue until he is out of office.
And what would you say to kind of the argument that's been going around with the different cases, whether it's Oregon, whether you're talking about D.C., where they bring up the 10th Amendment, that state sovereignty that plays out here? Is that a concern?
Look, as a Republican, historically, and certainly as a state official, I think you always want to balance state sovereignty and states' rights. But that argument gets sort of played when it's advantageous to Democrats and when it's not. Think about the state of Arizona and many of my colleagues who would have supported the state of Arizona from blocking President Trump in his first term from enforcing federal immigration law. Think about, those are not, you can't just rely on state sovereignty arguments to say we don't have to follow federal law. We don't have to, make sure that our streets are safe and that we're cooperating with federal immigration officials. And that's really, I think, at the root, beyond the crime and some of the lawlessness that we've seen in certain cities for the last several years. I do think there is a reasonable argument that if you're going to not protect federal immigration officials, if you're going to not cooperate, if you're going to make their job more difficult, these are federal officials, this is federal law, and the president is going to take action, in this case, mobilizing National Guard troops. And by the way, typically, when there's a storm or when there's an issue in a certain community, very often you bring in National Guard troops from outside of that area because you have to believe that the National Guard troops in that area might be impacted or unable to report for duty. So a lot of this is, I think, being, for people who don't know how the National Guard works or how the National Guard functions. I was in it for 8 years. I was federalized. I went to Afghanistan under federal Title X orders from then President George W. Bush. Obviously, I also served in a state mission under multiple governors back then. So the importance here is to remember that the president, as the commander-in-chief, has the ability to federalize the National Guard troops. The state has the right to challenge that under pre-existing case law. And in the case of Oregon and California, federal judges have sided with those states. The judge, I believe in Oregon, said she believes this is destined for possibly a Supreme Court ruling or decision. So I would ask my colleagues in the Senate and the Assembly to let's wait and see if this even happens, and let's wait and see what a court says before we put in a law like this that I think long-term is unnecessary and might even just serve to do more damage as far as undermining that relationship between states and the federal government. Because one day, it's not going to be Governor Hochul, it's not going to be President Trump. There's going to be different people there. And, laws like this, we might look back and think, well, why do we have that law or why do we need that law?
All right. State Senator Rob Ortt, thank you so much for joining me this morning.
Thank you.
And be sure to stay with ARC Rochester for your top political headlines. We are back after this.
Taking you behind the curtain this morning, Nazareth University is rolling along with its theater season with Merrily We Roll Along, with music and lyrics by Stephen Sondheim. It's
a great show. Some of the cast is with us this morning to talk more about the story and give us a little preview. Thank you all so much for waking up and coming in. If you wouldn't mind, let's go down the line, introduce yourselves, and tell us what year you are.
I'm Hayden Singer. I am a senior, and I'm playing Charlie.
Hi, my name is Allie Sabodi. I'm a senior, and I'm playing Mary.
Hello, I'm Jaden Lee O'Reilly. I'm a senior, and I'm playing Frank.
Very
nice.
Give us the premise of this musical for somebody who's never heard of it.
Sure. Oh, go for it.
So Merrily We Roll Along chronicles three best friends and sort of their journey from going to the ages of 20 to 40, but the catch is that it goes backwards. So it starts when they're 40 and ends when they're 20 years old.
Yes.
And would any of them have made different decisions along that way?
Yes.
Probably.
Yes, for sure.
I would say.
It's definitely the story about rising to fame and the things that come with it, the ups and the downs, and I think particularly my character would make some better decisions.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Very good. What do you, all three of you, like most about this musical?
I think that the three of us just have a really fun dynamic, and it really is like having three best friends on stage, and it's just a lot of fun to sing and dance with them.
It's so real.
Because that's the cast, correct?
Yeah.
Or is there anyone else?
Yes, there's a whole other cast ensemble, and then we have a few other leads with us as well, yeah.
Okay. Very good, very good. Yeah, I mean, the music from the show is absolutely fantastic. Talk to us about some of the favorite songs that we have.
Well, it's such a joy getting to sing a Sondheim score. I mean, his music is incredible, and I think one of the most exciting songs to sing is called Opening Doors. It's an act two, it's between the three of us, and it kind of really shows how our friendship journey begins and shows our dynamic really well, and it's so fun to sing.
Yeah, I would say it's a hit. It's such a real and raw part of the show. It's where we all find our first success, and we get to share it all together, and it's a lot of love and a lot of cheers, especially in a show that has some really deep moments.
And I would say Franklin Shepherd Inc., which is when my character has a bit of a breakdown on a news station, but don't worry. I'll be all right here.
We do that every day.
We do that literally once a morning.
Yeah. And so it's just really fun, and yeah, just enjoy it.
Very
wonderful. Well, we're going to hear something from you now from the show. What are you going to be performing for us?
We're going to be singing a song called Old Friends.
Terrific. And one more time for someone sitting at home, they want to get tickets to the show. When, where, what do they need to know?
Oh, so actually, I work in the box office, so this is perfect.
Look at that.
You can call the Nazareth box office, or you can go to the box office 90 minutes before each performance and pick up your tickets. It is general admission, so you can sit wherever you like, and we encourage everybody to come and watch.
Very
November 13th through 15th.
Yes.
Excellent. Very good. Thank you guys so much. We will let you take it away.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey, old friends, how do we stay? Old friends, who is to say? Old friends, how an old friendship survives. One day, chums, having a laugh a minute. One day comes, and they're a part of your lives. New friends pour through the revolving door. Maybe there's one that's more. If you find one, that'll do. But us old friends, what's to discuss, old friends? Here's to us, who's like us. Two old friends, fewer won't do. Old friends, gotta have two old friends helping you balance along. One upbraids you for your faults and fancies.
One persuades you
that the other one's wrong. Most friends fade or they don't make the grade. New ones are quickly made perfect as long as they're new. What's to discuss, old friends? Here's to us. Who's like us?
Damn Yay! Aw.
Hey, this Monday, we are taking a trip to the wild side because this week kicks off Wildlife Week for the Wildlife Rockstars.
Yeah, our friends Sarah Saylor and Elizabeth Dudek from the Wildlife Rockstars are with us this morning talking about this exciting week ahead. And they also brought Richard Anderson from their sponsor, Anderson
Come here, Richard.
Associates Wealth Management.
Kidding.
Okay, but seriously though, when I was reading through the script, I was like, they named him Richard? They did not. This is Carlos. Thank you all so much for coming in today. We appreciate it.
That would be a real benefit from the sponsorship.
Right? Oh my gosh. Tell us a little bit about Carlos. Without knowing, he looks like a kangaroo and a capybara, maybe?
Yeah, so he is actually a large rodent. He's in the rodent family. He is a cousin to the guinea pig, so they have a lot of characteristics like a guinea pig, but he's known as the spare parts animal, Abby, because when you look at him, you are seeing all of a mix of different species within him. So he resembles a guinea pig, a deer, a rabbit, even a donkey, people say, but he is a rodent.
And what does he do?
So he is kind of like a dog in a sense.
Okay.
Yep, so he does a lot of education presentations. We will have done 180 by the end of this year, and Carlos has been a hit and attended a majority of those presentations. He likes to roll around in the grass. He's a grazer, so he likes to eat the grass. The dirt cleans his fur, so he's really an outdoorsman.
You can have another. Can you teach him tricks?
Technically, no, but they can be potty trained. He can know his name. He does like food, so he's very food motivated, but he's not gonna just kind of sit and bark when we want him to.
That's fair. He does make a little bit of a grunting sound that we've noticed as we've been feeding him this morning.
Yep, he's very vocal, so he has many different noise that he can make, and the grunting is his most common noise, and that's really just him happy.
Let's talk a little bit about the week that you guys have planned. I'm sure many exciting things, yes?
Yes, we're so excited. This week kicks off our Wildlife Week and our online auction. The auction started today at 9 a.m. And I'm so grateful to be here today and for your support, Richard. Anderson and Associates Wealth Management is our presenting sponsor. So all of the items in our incredible auction were donated by the community. You can go to bridgesforbraininjury.org to view our auction. And we just have some incredible packages, and it all goes to support our programs.
Richard, talk to us about why you wanted to team up with Wildlife Rockstars.
Well, I think the selfish reason this week is the holiday auction, because I get most of my Christmas presents from that. And, you know, it's, you know, if I'm tuning in, I'm sure everybody else is. So it is a great stuff. But we have a real nice connection with them just from a planning standpoint. We help to financially help people avoid financial problems with disabilities, and then obviously Bridges works with them dealing with the physical, you know, aspects of that and all their support and services. So it's really a natural connection for us.
Excellent. Well, you know, we're so excited to see all of the great things that you guys have planned coming up in the week ahead. If somebody wants to meet Carlos, how can they do so?
Yeah, so we post a lot of the community events that we present at on our Facebook page and our website. So feel free to look at that. And we have a lot of libraries, East Views, and many public places coming up.
All right. Thank you all so much for coming in. Thank you, Carlos. Here you can have one more.
You did
We'll
good job, buddy.
Post all of this information and much more on our website, foxrochester.com, after the show this morning.
Stick around. We'll be right back.
Do you want to try one of these now?
Yeah, sounds good. Thank you.
It's time for our final thoughts here on ARC Rochester. What are we thinking today, kicking off the week, and we're doing it with some snow? Steph, first take on snow.
Let's get the hot take.
Give us one word.
Yikes.
Yikes.
Oh, that's good.
That's one.
That's a good one.
McLean, your one word.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Hold it together.
I threw up in my mouth a little bit.
Gosh.
That coming out of my mouth.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Where
That's
is
gotta
the Mark
inspire.
McLean we know and love?
I don't know.
What's your word?
I was going to go garbage, but now I feel bad. Less bad since you threw up in your mouth.
I was going to say the worst I've ever been around. And I know it's not one word, but it's the truth.
Load the clip. Who's got
Load the clip. Absolutely.
You're the worst I've ever been around. Your attitude is not great, Mark.
I know, doom and gloom McLean. Hey, that does it for us here on Fox Rochester. Make sure to wake up with us again tomorrow morning starting at 4:57 on
13 Wham ABC. Steph and Mark will be there later today for 13 Wham News at midday.
Bye.